kind of limit some of those easy looks. We just kind of sat back and spent our
Deck line now high. Avery Radke will launch a three. Yes, he's got one. His 25th of the year for the last minute. Backdoor cut and an easy layup for Metzger. Assist that time. Cooper Irvin met high to Irvin, left wing. 15 to shoot. Screen goes to his right. He'll take it to the rack. Pump fakes. Hank shoot. Makes it inward at 39-37. Now get a screen from Mesa. Catches it. Wanted to shoot the three, but quickly guarded. He'll fire the 2-3 for the lead. Yes! Over Curry! 40 seconds to work before half. And now here's Aiden Trango into Godsman, catches it, backs his way in, goes to his right, banks it home.
Help off that, but nonetheless, like we're still going to give up outside threes versus wide open twos. So in high school basketball, I think that's probably a pretty simple thing to understand. We've got to help when we need to. Then we've got to hurry out. Our rotations are going to have to be tight. They're going to have to be quick. And then the ball's got to stay in front of us because they've got number 21 and number 5 that can get to the rim and dunk on you. So we don't want that to happen. We're going to have to stay in front of them.
This is a game where a lot of your players are kind of familiar with, whether they didn't play a whole lot or started a lot last couple 3 years here. But so you got to feel like that they're a little bit they expect to be here. And they're looking forward to taking that next step.
Yeah, everybody wants to take the next step and make a state, everybody wants to take the next step and make a state, playoff game. And, for our guys that have been in it, Avery and Junior have been in this game. We've got some other guys that have been, on the bench. Familiar have been in this game. We've got some other guys that have been, on the bench, familiar with it, whether they were practicing with us or whatnot. But, yeah, I mean, you just got to keep knocking on the door, and at some point in time, you got to break through it. And I like where our guys are at tonight, but it's not just going to happen. We're going to have to go out there and make it happen. We're going to have to take advantage of our opportunities, have to run the floor. And I think tonight they're going to go out there and.
BBN is sponsored by Hospital, Chaplain Real Estate, State Farm, White's Food Liner, Backyard Blooms and Garden Center.
Trust to the long days of summer and of harvest. Every acre we manage, every partnership we honor, grounded in one simple promise: do what's right for the land and the people who depend on it. VFF. Many families, one farm.
BBN is brought to you by Lawrence & Associates Realty Incorporated, Good Anesthesia, Elevate You, and Deckmart, Scott Community Foundation.
If you get for a new or used vehicle, check out J&R Car and Truck Center of Scott City. J&R Car and Truck has a fully truck center.
Big difference, 35 or 33% for Scott City, 26% for Beloit. Fouls 65% for Scott City, 61% for Beloit. But rebounding's pretty even. Turnovers about even as well. Scott City's committed a couple more per game on average. But Scott City this year, of course, has really been pretty good, especially on defense here in the back half of the year. And that's what they won with on Tuesday night at Hoisington, 51-35. One of the season low outputs for that Hoisington Cardinal team. And Scott City never trailed in that game. They were tied twice at 14-16 in the second quarter. And then the Beavers took a 7-point lead at the break and they had their lead at 10 and then down to 3. But then the Beavers went on a big run and never looked back and ended up winning by 16 points. And it was really kind of a good balanced attack. Junior Mesa 20, 14 and 10 for Avery Radke. Just to name a few there, Cooper Irvin was 7. And so it was that 50s point performance there for them on Tuesday night for Scott City. The Beavers are going to have to win it with defense. They're going to face a taller team. Their starting lineup, they get 6'5", 6'6", and 6'6". Do the Beloit Trojans. Mike Dahl, a familiar face to Scott City anyway. Of course, he is a Goodland alum, spent his last 8 years there at Goodland and led the Cowboys to 2 state tournament finals appearances. He's got a pretty good ball club in Beloit this year at 18-4 on the year. They were second in the league. Beloit's over the last 2 years has won about 5 or 6 in a row against teams from the Great West Activity Conference. They beat Colby. They beat Holcomb last year, and then this year they've beaten Ulysses. They've beaten Colby. And so those are the ones that they've won against over the last couple of years. So they've been kind of the ones that have been knocking off the GWAC teams over the last couple of years. Of course, they play in that Colby Orange and Black. They lost in the finals there this year to Hayes. Their losses, pretty good team, still alive in postseason. They've lost to Sacred Heart twice. They've lost to Hayes, of course, in that Orange and Black. And then the first game of the year, losing to their big rival Concordia, who's in a sub-state championship game tomorrow afternoon in Class 4A. So their losses not too shabby either. Scott City's losses, well, pretty good ones as well. Holcomb twice, Hugoton twice, Sterling, and Huizington Free State, just to name a few there. So, and then Ulysses, so some pretty good team losses as well. But Beloit this year, they are led by their freshman Truett King. He's a 6'6 freshman, averages 14 points and 6 boards a game. They like to go to Brody Litton, who averages just under 8, and Luke Cheney, a 6'5 senior, averages around 7.5 points a game. And they'll bring off Cale Leonards off the bench, who averages around 6 points a game as well. So this is a team that's got a lot of seniors in their guard position. They got a lot of height with Cheney, King, and Linton. And so that's going to be an interesting deal here tonight as well. Scott City having to deal with height, but they may have, if they do have an advantage over Beloit, maybe in the guard play. We shall see here tonight. Let's go ahead. This is Beaver basketball.
KSKL, Scott City, powered by Wheat.
There's some reason we're all here to create an amazing experience for each life we touch. If we look closely, we might just see there's something about you amazing people. These amazing drinks served this amazingly fast. There's just something about Scooter's Coffee.
Axis Seed Red Barn is your locally owned and operated Axis Seed independent regional company, using local data to bring you top performing seed, fertility, and biological products tested and proven to perform right here in Western Kansas. Axis Seed, your farm and your future. That's our focus.
There's nothing more spacious than Western Kansas, and nobody closer than our communities. We are determined to keep our communities connected to schools, kids to teachers and parents. We believe a connected world is a better place. We're more than what we do for our hometowns. It's what we do with our hometowns. S&T is proud to be your family, your friends, your neighbor.
Respecting officials and complying with the rules are a crucial aspect of any sporting event. Without these elements, the integrity of the game would be compromised. This is Jamarcus Tyson from Junction City High School, your 6A representative of the Acacia Student Advisory Board, delivering a message on behalf of the Kansas State High School Activities Association.
Starting lineups tonight presented here by Security State Bank. For Scott City, Brian Gentry in his first season, assisted by Joey Meyer and Drew Kite. It'll be Avery Radke, the 6-foot senior, at 12.3 points, 5.9 boards a game. Drew Metzger, the 6-foot junior, averaging 4.7 points and 3.4 rebounds a contest. Also starting tonight is Cooper Irvin, the 5'9 sophomore. Irvin, the sophomore, averages 5.3 points, 3 boards a game. Junior Mesa, 6-foot junior, at around 14.7 points a game, as well as 2.9 boards. And Mickey Gossman, the 6'4 junior, 5.5 points and 3.3 boards. Avery Radke, Drew Metzger, Cooper Irvin, Junior Mesa, Mickey Gossman. For Beloit, coached by Mike Dillon his first season, assisted by Eric Eiler and Trace Lenners. It'll be Charlie Burke, a 5'10 senior, averaging 5 points, 1.5 rebounds a game. The 6'5 senior Luke Cheney at 7.4 points and 3.2 boards. Hudson Remus, a 5'10 senior, 4.3 points, 2.9 assists per game. A 6'6 freshman Truett King, 14.4 points, 6.6 rebounds a game. And Brody Linton, a 6'6 senior. He is a New Mexico Lobo football signee. 7.9 points and 3.3 rebounds a game. Charlie Burke, Luke Cheney, Hudson Remus, Truett King, and Brody Linton, your starters tonight for the Beloit Trojans. Onward to our keys to the game, presented by State Farm agent Michael Trout. Keys tonight here for Scott City. I think the first key is, push the pace. I think Scott City is going to be better when they push the pace. Second key tonight for Scott City is going to be rebounding. They're going to have a little size disadvantage, but maybe the opportunity's there to get the rebounds. And the third key is denial to their big guys. Those are your keys to the game. Should be a fun one here tonight, as Scott City is wearing those road navy blue uniforms with the lighter numbers and letters. As we're moments away here from getting started, the Holcomb-Lakin boys game will be at 7:30 this evening. Scott City tonight wearing the road navy blue uniforms, the lighter numbers and letters, lighter blue that is. Beloit in their home whites. They have the orange numbers and letters with the black trim. It's going to be Mickey Gossman and Truett King to tip center. Hope you enjoy this Sub-State Championship broadcast. Third straight year for Scott City in the Sub-State Finals, the fourth straight year for Beloit. Steve Carruthers throws it up in the air, and Beloit's going to win the tap, and we're underway here in Larned. Second year of this Sub-State format. Out high left it goes to Truett King. Man-to-man defense for the Beavers. Trojans with it high-low into Linton. Catches it, goes up, and scores it. They tried with a help defense, but Linton makes it 2-0 Beloit. 7:43 to go first quarter, as they'll play a little 1-2-2 3/4 court. Irvin with it now. Metzger in the backcourt, still with it. Leads it over to Junior Mesa right side. Into the front court is Scott City, down early, 2-0. 30 seconds into this ball game. Up top with it is Junior Mesa. Gets the screen as he goes to his right. Now Linton is on him, and he'll drive to the paint. He'll float one up, swatted out of there. Right to Avery Radke, though. Driving in here, pivot. Here's a floater by Mesa. Radke. Mesa tried to get the board, and it's out of bounds. It'll belong to Beloit. So a couple of good looks that time for one good look that time for Scott City. Beloit leads it 2-0. 7:13 to work here in the opening period. Into the front court. With it here up top is Brody Linton. Goes left with the pass to Luke Cheney. Cheney left corner, now dribbling around the perimeter up top to Charlie Burke, and now at high. Here is Hudson Remus, guarded by Cooper Irvin. 1 minute into the game, Beloit 2-0 over Scott City. With it, King will penetrate. Stumbles in, he travels. Turnover number 1 on Beloit. Two-0 Beloit leads. Scott City back with the basketball. First time in 11 years, and almost exactly to the date that these two teams play. It was a March 7th game back in Beloit back in 2015. That was a Sub-State Championship game. Irvin tried to get it across the 10-second line, finds Avery Radke. He'll dribble to his right a couple times and flip it over to Junior Mesa. Beloit stays man defense. The screen for Mesa goes to his left. Now loses the dribble, picks it back up to Metzger. 6:28 to go first quarter, back to Mesa. Up top, 2-0 Beloit leads. Scott City to the ball. Gossman with it out high. Bounce pass, trying to thread it into Radke, and it's going to be turnover number 1 on Scott City. The left block. 2-0. We played nearly 2 minutes up top with it. Here's Hudson Remus, guarded tightly by Irvin, goes around him, now drives in, dishes it, deflected, and it's almost stolen away. Kept alive by Linton, out high to Truett King. He'll drive around Radke, and he draws the foul on Radke. That is his first. That's the ball game's first foul. With 5:54 to work first quarter, 2-0 Beloit lead, and their ball underneath the basket to inbound. Good crowd from Scott City coming in, and bound right corner to Charlie Burke. They tried to set a screen for him. And now he has it up top between the circle, guarded by Mesa. Right with the pass to Remus. Remus back up top. It'll go to Burke. 3 Trojans to check in. Next dead ball. Driving in. Here's Cheney. Fade away in the paint. Got it. Beloit's hit their first 2 shots. They lead 4-0. 5:40 to go first quarter. Scott City down early 4-0. Long ways to go in this one. This is actually their largest deficit in sub-state play. The previous was 1 point. Now driving in. Here's Metzger. Hangs, shoots. Got it, or doesn't get it, but he draws the contact on Brody Linton. That is his first. One Metzger to the line with 2 free throws coming up, where he's been 48% on the year. He's gotten a little better as the season's worn on, though. As a team, Scott City 65%. Free throw puts Scott City on the board. The Beavers went 11-19 at Hoisington on Tuesday night as they bring in Cale Lenners, a 6'1 senior. Also, Hayden Nicholson, a 6'2 sophomore, and Joel Rexroad, a 5'10 senior. So this is a team with a lot of seniors in their lineup. Second free throw bounces off to the right. King, that's their first rebound. 4-1 for Beloit. 5:20 to work first quarter. Spin move. King drives in, lays it up, got it, and 1. Boy, that did not look like a freshman move that time for him. 6-1, 5:16 to go first quarter. Team foul number 2 on Scott City. And they'll charge. To the line is the 6'6 freshman Truett King. He was their starting quarterback for their football team that made a deep playoff run this year. He's a 68% free throw shooter. Free throw on the way, and it's rimming in and out. Guys for the board for the Beavers. It remains 6-1 Beloit, 5:13 to go first quarter. Irvin with it up top, goes left to Metzger, back up top to Irvin. And it goes to Mickey Gospin, faces up. The defender underneath goes around. Nicholson puts it up, can't get it to go, and the rebound into the hands of King and his second board. Scott City 0 of 2 from the floor and 1 of 2 at the line. Left baseline is Lenners. Back out high left to Rexroad. 4:50 to work first quarter. Top it'll go to Hayden Nicholson. Nicholson holds it, now puts on the floor once. Goes to his right to Truett King. King around Metzger. He'll float one up, and that's going to be the second foul on Drew Metzger. 2 free throws coming up here. And that's Scott City. That's a tough break because he's been a good defender for the 4.5 to go first period. Free throw up and good, making it 7-1. Underneath their own basket. Trying to Radke. He has not attempted a shot. Scott City 0 for 2 from the floor early on here. Make that 0 of 3. With it is Fro trying to put it on the floor. Driving in. Right corner to Junior Mesa. Quick help defense by Nicholson. Mesa will penetrate. Gets it stripped. Loses it. And finds it to Radke up top to save the possession. Midway mark first quarter. Beavers reset down 8-1. Out high goes to Mesa between the rings in the half-court circle. Bounce pass now to Radke. Lobs it over right side. Deflected out by Beloit. That time by Rexroad to remain Scott City basketball. But the Beavers really having a hard time finding any open looks here. It's been good Beloit defense. And as Luke Cheney replacing Truett King. So you replace 6'6 with 6'5, or 6'5 with 6'6 here at the 3:58 mark of the opening period. Mesa with it out high, trying to get a screen. He'll launch a deep 3. That'll be good. That's what Scott City needed. And Mesa buries his 56-3 to make it 8-4. 3:45 to go first quarter. Good student section on hand. Of course, they got help with that. Department Bureau Agent Neil Baker paid for the student section here tonight. Thank him for that. Luke Cheney on Scott City. Now driving in, here is Rexroad. He'll lay it up, misses it badly, and Avery Radke with his second board. Scott City trails 8-4, 2.5 to go first quarter. Out high to Junior Mesa. That was close to over and back. Furrow with it, lobs it in, entry feed into Felker toward the left baseline. Back out high to Caston Wren. Gets a screen, uses it, looking to drive in, goes to the foul line out high. Now right side to Furrow, into Felker again, guarded by Luke Cheney. Looking to back his way in on him. Feeds it back up top, right side to Mesa. Mesa's crossover dribble looking to drive in. Good help defense by Beloit. 2:08 to go first quarter. Up top to Wren, looking to reset Scott City. Right side here to Fro. Brendan Cook to check in. Next head ball around the screen. Now loses it high low into Felker. Catches it. Goes to his right. Pump fakes. Goes up and scores it. Felker with a couple pump fakes. It's 8-6. 1:50 to go first quarter. The Beavers with the last 5 of the ball game. And they're to within a basket late first quarter. Rexroad with it up top, goes left to Cale Lenners. Lenners holds it, guarded by Wren out high. He'll put it on the floor, drives in, kicks it right corner. Turning down the 3 is Rexroad, pulls up in the mid-range, got it. his first basket, 10-6, 1:30 to go first quarter. That broke about a 3-minute scoring drought for Beloit, and then Scott City's 5-0 run. Minute 20 to work first frame, and now Mesa almost loses it, picks it back up, steps back, and launches a three. Count it! He has 2 threes and 6. It's 10-9. Timeout Scott City, 1:15 to go first quarter. The Beavers back to within 1. They're on an 8-2 run over the last 2.5 minutes. Basketball tonight brought to you by our great corporate sponsors here, including Winterland Farms, Wilkins Physical Therapy, White's Food Liner, Wheatland Electric, Western State Bank, Western Kansas Insurance, Vogelmore Family Farms, Turner Sheet Metal, True North Cattle Company, and True North Cafe, Trophy Wine and Spirits. Also Stevens Veterinary Services, Spencer Pest Control, State Farm Insurance, Sharp Shooting Supply, Security State Bank, Scott Pro, Scott County Records, Scott County Hospital, Scott Cooperative Association, Scott County Abstract and Title, and Scott Community Foundation. 10-9, Beavers are to within 1 here. They've hit their last 3 shots from the floor, a couple of threes from Junior Mesa, and another layup from Reed Felker. 1:15 to work first quarter out of the 30-second Scott City timeout. Beloit with the basketball. Charlie Burke in there, also Hudson Remus. Luke Cheney. Truett King returns to the lineup, and as well as Brody Linton. For Scott City, it's Ethan Froh, Caston Wren, Junior Mesa, Avery Radke, and now back in there for the first time, Brendan Cook, the 6'3 senior. Bounce pass, interfeed. They go back door underneath the King. He'll put it up. Blocked that time by Cook, but the follow-up on the rebound for Remus, and it makes it 12-9. Good effort that time by Scott City, and they almost turned the ball over. Up, we're going to have a tie-up, and that's going to be Scott City's 4th turnover with 51 seconds to go first quarter. Scott City with their 4th turnover of the first quarter. It'll be Beloit for the court here late first. 12-9 Beloit leads with the basketball back. With it here, Burke to inbound it in up top to Remus. For this team, 45 seconds to work opening period. Scott City staying in their man-to-man defense, down 12-9. High right, it goes to Truett King up top now. With it is Hudson Remus by Cook. The fight for the rebound underneath. That's going to be last touch by Beloit. It'll be Scott City's basketball with 29.8 here to go in the opening period. It's Coach Mike Dahl will send in Hayden Nicholson, the sophomore, about 270 right now. He's converted to a lineman. That's where he'll play for the Lobos. His dad was a player for Kansas State, a linebacker back in the mid to late 90s. 19 seconds to work first quarter. Cook with it in the front court now through a double team. Oh, he throws it right into the hands of Beloit. Turnover number 5. Didn't see Irvin to his left. 10 seconds to go first quarter. Beloit with it up 3. Burke drives in left wing. Here's Nicholson for a 3. Too strong. Rebound. Irvin wrestles it away with 3 seconds, then gets it to Radke. 2 seconds.
Community has been our priority since day one. That's why the Scott Co-op is here with 8 elevator locations, 2 service stations, 5 card trolls, bulk fuel and oil delivery, as well as a full-service agronomy department, including agronomy services, seed, chemical, fertilizer, and custom application. Visit us online at scottcoop.com or download our app for more information. Scott Co-op is a proud supporter of our local communities.
The dedicated team at Norder Supply is passionate about assisting our customers in achieving maximum net return per acre. That is how we define our success. Through unparalleled agronomic advice and best-in-class customer service, you can depend on us to do what is best for your operation. Ask them today about their spot-on service and how it can fill your needs. Norder Supply. Plain talk, exceptional results.
Center supports all areas of school activity.
Back here at Larned Middle School, just underway, second quarter set to begin, It'll be Scott City's ball down 12-9. Beloit shot 5 of 10 in that first quarter. Scott City, they had 6 shot attempts, and they were 3 of 6, but they had 5 turnovers. That was the big story here this first quarter. And it goes to Mickey Gosman, drives in, lays it up. Oh, it might have been partially altered at the end. Scott City's missed a couple of bunnies. King with the rebound. The ball deflected, and Aiden Trango with the steal. He's in for the first time. Beloit's 3rd turnover. Scott City down 3, first 20 seconds of this second period of play. Out high with it is Aiden Tarango. Now they missed communication, and Scott City with their 6th turnover. Turnovers have hurt Scott City in this first half against Hoisington on Tuesday night. Both teams only had 1 first half turnover. 7:35 to go before halftime. With it is Hudson Remus into the front court. Scott City Boy, they can cut down the turnovers. This is a different game. High-low into Linton. He's double-teamed. Pump fakes, goes up and can't get it to go. Rebound tipped into the hands of Tarango for Scott City. Good help defense on Linton there. First 45 seconds of the second quarter. Scott City down 3. Irvin with it up top to Gossman. A 5-out look right now for Scott City. With it, Radke off a screen to Irvin out high. And now steps back, looking to drive right side. Irvin will drive in, left corner to Tarango. He'll launch a 3 for the tie. The rainbow shot, no good, and the rebound to Truett King already with 4 points and 4 rebounds. He and Hudson Remus lead Beloit with 4. Scott City led by Junior Mace's 6 on a pair of 3s. With it is King, goes to his left, guarded tightly by Radke. 6:45 to work first half. King drives in, dishes it right wing over to Hudson Remus. Foul line extended. Linton can't get it. He's missed his last 3. Mason with a rebound and on the run for Scott City. Into the front court, goes to his left, now to Radke. Up top it'll go to Cooper Irvin. 6.5 to go second quarter. Nobody has scored yet in this period. It's 12-9 Beloit. Scott City's never led in this one. Gossman backing his way in on Linton. Goes up, stuffed that time by Linton. And out of bounds, saved into play to Linton by Truett King. 6:15 to work here before intermission. Linton with it. Out high right, it goes to Truett King. King crossover dribble, used his forearm, goes around Gossman, and he can't get it, but they get the little tacky foul on Gossman his first. Team foul number 1 of the second period. 6:01 to go second quarter, and King, who is 2 of 3 at the line, has 2 free throws. The Beavers trail 12-9. Couple of players for each side to check in after this free throw attempt by King. Scott City had a 2-1. Beloit scored the final points of the quarter, and the free throw crawls in. He has 5, and it's 13-9 Beloit. In is Ethan Froh and Reed Felker for Scott City. K.O. Lenners and Hudson Remus in for Beloit. And Joel Rexroad as well. Second free throw up, and he hits them both as King. He has a half a dozen. 14-9, 6:01 to go first half as Beloit goes back to that 1-2-2 3/4 court. Pressure, Mesa with in the front court. Now finds the cutting Cooper Irvin. He'll drive in, backs his way in, pivots, pump fake, bank shot, and rattles home. He has his first basket. Scott City needs more of that. 14-11, 5:45 to go first half. And the Beavers are their first points of the second period. Both teams with 2 points apiece. Remus running the point up top, guarded by Irvin, goes left to Truett King. King with 6 of Beloit's 14 up top, now to Rexroad. Guarded by, that's Remus, and now goes to Luke Cheney. Cheney driving in on Felker, almost walked with it up top, Lenners. He'll drive in, Mesa tried to sell the charge, nothing but there. Rexroad with it, drives in, floats one up, banked off, and a foul. 2 free throws coming up with 5:19 to go. Beloit really trying to get to the foul line here. That foul on Ethan Froh is first. Beloit's only been whistled for 1 foul in this game. Scott City's now been whistled for 5 in the ball game. 2 free throws coming up here for Rexroad. He is 44% at the line. He has 2 free throws and 2 points tonight, and he rattles that one home and makes it 15-11 Trojans. 5:19 to go first half. Hayden Nicholson to replace Luke Cheney. Beloit was a team a year ago that made it to the Seb State Championship game, lost to Lakin in that final round. They were 3rd in state 2 years ago, and what do I know about a 44% free throw shooter? He hits them both. Beloit is now 6 of 7 at the line in this half. They have a 5-point lead. Scott City just 1 of 2. 5:10 to go before halftime. Irvin almost a double, probably got away with a double dribble. Now to Junior Mesa. 3 minutes into this second quarter. 5-point Beloit lead. Scott City with the basketball. Froh up top. Now goes right side to Irvin. Irvin with it back over to Junior Mesa. Mesa holds it, trying to look for a screen. Good help there, but left side, here's Radke looking to score. He'll penetrate, kicks it right side. Froh will fire up a 3. He'll be good on a 3. Froh knocks down his 9th triple, and Scott City with 3 in the half. They're back to within 2. 4:44 to go first half. That's 16-14. Threes have kept Scott City in this game. The turnovers have hurt the Beavers in this half. Left wing to Lenners. He'll drive in on Froh. Catches it up top now to Hayden Nicholson. Nicholson will put it on the floor. Left side with it. Here's Remus looking to drive in on Irvin. Good defense by Irvin. Right side to King. King now somehow gets it to Lenners out high. 4:18 to work first half. Driving in. Here is a layup, and it's good. Rexroad with his 6th point. And now Radke misses one too strong on the other end, and Truett King with the board. Midway mark first half, 18-14 Beloit, the lead in the basketball. That was Beloit's first field goal in over 4.5 minutes. And now a 3 launch by Remus. Rimming in and out. Rebound loose. Picked up by Radke. Lead pass to Mesa down the floor. He'll drive in and take it up. Reverses his layup, and he got his 8th point. 18-16. 3:46 to go. First half. Radke with the rebound. And Scott City back the other way in a hurry with an easy basket. 18-16. He had to do that because there was a couple of Beloit Trojans breathing down his neck there. And the reverse layup helped out. Up top with it is Rexroth. Goes left wing to Remus. Now left corner to King. Truett King with the that is Lenners. Now with it is Truett King. He'll drive in on Radke. Goes around him and lays it up and scores it. He has 8. 20-16. 3:15 to go first half. And now stealing a layup by Rexroth, and it's now 22-16 with 3:10 to go first half. Scott City with 7 turnovers, and Beloit has made him pay for those. Beavers find themselves down 6. 3 minutes to go. Irvin drives in, flips one up, got it. He has 4, and it's 22-18. 2:55 to go first half. Scott City needs to get some stops here. Beloit's only had 3 turnovers. Scott City's had 7. That's been their Achilles heel in this first half. 2:45 to go second quarter in a fast-moving half. 22-18 Beloit lead with the basketball. Truett King out high. Almost pinned it against his left hip with the dribble. He's guarded by Radke. Steps back. Goes left with the pass over to Hayden Nicholson. Nicholson up top. They'll go back over to Lenners. Lenners guarded by Fro. Right side. Here's a Truett King 3. In and out. Rebound, Junior Mesa. Scott City just has been kept in arm's length. Now wrap around and saved into play. Radke left corner 3. Short got his own rebound. Drives underneath the basket. Lobs it out high to Mesa. 2:11 to go first half. Fro did a good job of saving that as he was going out of bounds. Radke can't find his shot yet in this first half, but we've got a long ways to go. A whistle, an offensive foul is going to be called on Reed Felker. Interesting call there on him, his first. Team foul number 2 in the period. Beloit has only been called for 1 foul this entire first half in the first 14 minutes. Scott City's been whistled for 6, and a tough break for the Beavers. With 2:01 to go first half, trailing 22-18. It seems like when they get close, Beloit just has an answer here in this first half. Brendan Cook back in for Scott City to replace Felker. Also, Joe Fuller in for Beloit for the first time, a 6-foot junior. He has the basketball guarded by Mesa. Looking to drive in. He'll pull up in the paint, and he gets fouled by Caston Wren, and that'll be Wren's first. Team foul number 3 in the half. So that'll send Fuller to the line. He is 5 of 7 at the line this year. Beloit has cashed in on their free throws. They are 6 of 7 in this half and lead at 22-18 with 1:48 to go first half. Actually, that's a 4th team foul. Still none on Beloit here in this second quarter. Free throw on the way. Crawls off. Irvin got a breather as he checks back in for Ethan Fro. Fro hit a big 3 moments ago for Scott City in this period. 22-18 Beloit with the lead. They have never trailed in this game, not been tied. Free throw number 2 is good. He hits 1 out of 2, and it's 23-18. Back in is going to be Hudson Remus. He'll replace Joel Rexroth. And Beloit will apply some full court pressure. Minute 45 here in the half. 23-18 Beloit with the lead. Scott City with the ball. Irvin with 4 points on this quarter with the basketball. He'll look to penetrate. Drives and get it stripped momentarily. Now Mesa right side. He'll drive in and try to throw it to Radke. Good help defense, and that's turnover number 9. That's Luke Cheney with the steal. Final 90 seconds of this first half. Scott City with 9 turnovers in this half. They're down 5. They have to feel pretty fortunate. They got to keep it within that 2-possession margin here. Driving in, here's Remus. Spin move on Irvin. Now back out high, and a Cheney 3 is airballed right into Junior Mesa's hands. Scott City has out-rebounded Beloit in this first half. The turnovers have been the story of this half for Scott City. Now up top left it goes, and it goes to Brennan Cook, backing his way in on the Trojan up top. Pump fake, minute to go first half. Irvin with it, 23-18 Beloit lead, and Scott City with the ball, right corner. Can Radke get on the board? The answer is no. Too strong. Rebound, Caston Wren, back to Radke up top. Now to Mesa, pump fakes. Hill looks to drive in and back up top to Radke. Radke still scoreless here in this first half. 40 seconds to go second quarter. Beavers down 5, 23-18. With the screen is Irvin. Look at pick and roll to Cook. He'll catch it. Will lay it up and score it. And 1! There's a foul on Beloit with 34.1 to go first half, and that's going to be on Brody Linton, his second. He has both Beloit fouls in this first half, and it's 23-20 with 34.1 to go first half. Back in will be Truett King and Cale Lenners. Out will be Joel Fuller and Brody Linton. Cook, who has been up and down at the line this year at 46%, will step in to try to make this a 2-point game once again. And he cannot. Wren trying to fight for the rebound. He knocks it off the Beloit Trojan. I think the officials are going to talk about it. Looked like it was a kind of a bad angle for both teams. I think they're going to give this to Beloit. Nope. They're going to give it to Scott City. Good call. Mikey Dahl cannot believe it. It was right in the corner of his bench. From this angle up here, he thought, or I definitely thought it was last touch by Beloit, but the officials had a tough angle. They talked it over. Mike Dahl does not like the call. Scott City maybe with a multiple-point trip here, down 3 with 33.3 to go first half. Irvin inbound it, trying to find an open player. Finds Avery Radke up top to Junior Mesa. Mesa with it, 30 seconds to work. First half, Scott City down 3 with the basketball. Mesa needs help, gets a screen, goes left to Caston Wren. Wren back up top to Irvin, 20 seconds to work before halftime. Irvin backs his way in, pivots, flips up a tough one, can't get it to go, and the rebound into the hands of Hudson Remus for Beloit. Here come the Trojans up 3, 10 seconds to go first half, 23-20 Beloit. Now driving in was Remus, now right side with it is Burke with 2 seconds. 1 second spin move, shot up, and that is too strong at the buzzer for Hudson Remus. Both teams scoring 11 second quarter points. We're at halftime. It's Scott City trailing Beloit in this 3A Sub-State Championship game at 23-20. Back.
What matters most, because your hometown is our hometown. Give us a call or stop by today.
Your coverage to Kansans for close to 20 years. My, how things have changed. Bringing
First National Bank of Scott City. One of the few places left that you could call today and speak with a person and be greeted at the door with a friendly face. Come see us at First National Bank, where you will feel at home. Let us help you with your banking needs, whether it be setting up a checking account, savings account, CD, or getting a loan for that new vehicle or home you have been dreaming about. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Student athletes spend a lot of time at practices, games, and other team events. This can take away valuable time from academics. It is important to remember that academics come before sports. Being involved in multiple sports and activities is great, but so is having good grades. Time management is super important in achieving the goal of good grades while still being involved in your school. Remember, they are called student athletes, not athlete students. I'm Jamie Winslow, and this was a message from the Kansas State High School Activities Association Student Advisory Team.
Great Western Tire of Scott City is available for tire repair and replacement, oil changes, tire rotation, balancing, alignment, and bulk fuel delivery to keep your equipment going. They also offer 24-hour emergency service calls. Deckmart Furniture and Appliances. At Deckmart, they offer a variety of quality furniture, including sofas, recliners, lift chairs, dining sets, bars, bar stools, mattresses, and more. They carry GE and Speed Queen appliances and are happy to quickly service what they sell with a local repairman. Great Western Tire and Deckmart Furniture and Appliances. Small-time friendliness with big city service and quality.
Are you struggling with low energy or just not feeling like yourself? Do you need to make time for self-care and rejuvenation? Come see us at Elevate You. Elevate You is a hometown medical spa that offers a relaxing environment. We offer aesthetics such as Botox.
Of life, from welcoming your newest addition to supporting you as you age. Professional, friendly, and close to home. Call Scott County Clinic today. Scott County Hospital, caring for our community because we're part of it.
At American Implement, we believe that education and athletics play a crucial role in uplifting communities. Our commitment to supporting farmers aligns closely with the values of teamwork and resilience found in sports. By investing in local initiatives, we enhance individual.
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Berta Benz and sales associates Sam Giesick and Joni Stegman today.
BKS.com. Western State Bank, member FDIC. And as always, BKS.com. Western State Bank, member FDIC. And as always, go Beavers!
Five of 12 on twos and 1 of 3 from the line for 5 of 12 on twos and 1 of 3 from the line for Beloit. The Trojans were 8 of 18, 44% of the field, and officially 0 of 4 on threes, 8 of 14 on twos, and 7 of 9 from the line. Foul trouble for both teams. Drew Metzger had 2 for Scott City. Beloit had Brody Linton each with 2 fouls. And in fact, he's the only one from Beloit that has committed a foul this first half. If Scott City comes back and wins, not only would it be their first appearance in 10 years, but it would also be a state appearance in 10 years, but it would also be a state quarterfinal game on Tuesday at a site to be determined. Likely maybe it's how their new at a site to be determined. Likely maybe it's how their new format this year. It could be Salina, it could be Wichita, doubted to be Dodge City, but I would say it's probably one of those two communities. If the Beavers do win tonight, they would probably be be locked into at least a number 7 seed. Holcomb and Lakin to follow. And in case you're wondering, you can catch that broadcast. Good friends Lance and Andrew on AM 1030 and 107.1 FM KBUF. That precedes it or follows this game. So Scott City didn't get really much warm-up time to begin that third quarter. And they're coming out to begin the third quarter here. But it'll be Beloit basketball. The girls' sub-state championship on Saturday here at 5 o'clock. It'll be Goodland and Holcomb. And then the 6:30 to Cooper Irvin, Drew Metzger, Avery Radke, and also Mickey Gossman. Third quarter officially underway. It's Beloit's basketball with it out high left. Luke Cheney now try to get a screen over right side to Remus. Down by 3, 23-20. Down by 3, 23-20. The Beavers with their opening possession of this third quarter. In the front court left to Junior Mesa. Mesa with it up top. Finds Cooper Irvin knifing his way in the middle. Now left corner to Radke. Turns down the 3. Pulls up. He's still scoreless. Finds Junior Mesa. And the Beavers will reset here with 7:23 here in this third quarter, down 23-20. Scott City's third straight sub-state championship appearance. Beloit's fourth into Mickey Gossman catches it. Backs his way in on Cheney. Goes to his right. Pivots now to Radke. Radke steps back, trying to get it back in to Gossman. Power dribble, goes to his right, flips it up and banks it home. He has his first basket. It's 23-22, 7:03 to go third quarter, And the Beavers for a second time in this game to within one, the first since it was 10-9 late first quarter. Brody Linton with it out high, holds it, goes right side with the pass to Truett King around the screen. He'll penetrate into the paint. His runner is up, and that is an offensive foul taken by Mesa. Mesa takes another charge, and the foul is on. Truett King is first. Team foul number 1 of the third quarter on the Beloit Trojans. Scott City with an opportunity for their first lead of the night here with 6:45 in the third quarter, down 23-22. With it now is Drew Metzger. Holds it back. It goes to Cooper Irvin in the front court. The dribble almost sent it over to Mesa to his left. Beloit stays in their man defense. With it now is Mesa. Pump fakes on a deep three. He's guarded by the 6'5", Luke Cheney around his screen. Now guarded by Linton. Steps back. Launches a straightaway three for the tie. He's fouled out high. Linton fouls him, and that is his third and team foul number 2 on Beloit in this third quarter with 6:24. All of a sudden, Beloit with the fouls here to begin the third quarter. They have 2. Scott City has none. Mesa with 3 free throws coming up. The opportunity to give Scott City their first lead of the night here with 6:24 to go third quarter. Mesa 85% at the line. Free throw on the way for the tie is nothing but net. He has 9. Our first tie of the night, 23 apiece. 6:24 to go third period. 2 more to come for the 6-foot junior. They only have him for 6 points, but I know he has 9. And he's given Scott City the first lead at 24-23. That's our first lead change. As in will be Cale Lenners to replace Brody Linton with 2 points and now 3 fouls. Third free throw to give Scott City a 2-point lead. Mason double figures with 10 to lead the Beavers. He's got 11, and it's cut Scott City with the last 7 of the ball game. They lead 25-23. 6:24 to go third period. Beloit has had a couple of turnovers to begin this half. With it, here's Hudson Remus. Hands it off to King. He'll go to his right, guarded by Gossman. Pivots in the paint. Hangs, stuffed by Gossman, a foul. And 2 free throws coming up for the 6'6" freshman. The foul on Mickey Gossman, his second. Team foul number 1 of the period. King with 8 points to lead Beloit tonight. Has 2 free throws. He has 2 of, make that 4 of 5 at the line. Beloit is 7 of 9 at the charity stripe. Scott City now 4 of 6. First of 2 for the freshman. Good. It's 25-24. 1 more to go for the tie potentially here, and King would be into double figures if he hits this one. Imagine a 6'6" freshman starting quarterback on a good football team. He rattles that one in and out, and Cooper Irvin with the board. Scott City has dominated the glass here in this ball game. They have 1 point lead in the ball, 6:10 to go third quarter. Metzger with it, goes up top now to Radke. Radke goes left to Junior Mesa. Mesa surveys, guarded by Luke Cheney. Now up top to Radke, back goes to Mesa. 2 minutes into the third quarter. 1 dribble bounce pass right to Mickey Gossman. Looking for a cutter, finds Radke out high. Double team, or stagger screen to reach and foul. That's going to be on Charlie Burke, his first. Already Beloit with 3 fouls in the third quarter after only having just 2 the entire first half. 25-24 Scott City, 5:52 here in the third. Inbound into Mesa. Guarded quickly by Burke. Now goes left side to Irvin, back up top to Mesa. Now works it to Drew Metzger out high right. Metzger finds Mickey Gossman at the top. Holds it. Now 1 dribble, hands it off to Mesa. And that's going to be a moving screen called by Steve Carruthers. That'll be on Mickey Gossman. And now he has 3 fouls. And some of the bigs for both teams now with some foul trouble. Team foul number 2 of the third period, and that's also Scott City's 10th turnover. And Beloit with a chance to retake the lead. Joel Rexroad in to replace Charlie Burke. Felker in to replace Gossman. 25-24, Beavers lead is at 1. They scored 7 in a row from late in the second quarter to the opening part of the third period. Oh, there we go. 5.5 to go third period. Truett King with it, with the dribble, goes left over out high to Cale Lenners. Now ball deflected, and Irvin with the steal. Turnover number 5 on Beloit. Into Mesa, floats one up, too strong, got his own rebound. Tight ropes to the sideline in the corner, needs help, finds Cooper Irvin up top to Avery Radke. He'll fire up a 3. No, rebound Beloit, Hudson Remus. Couple good looks that time for Scott City, but they were unable to drop one in. And a whistle, they'll step out of bounds. Turnover number 7. On the Trojans. They have had 3 turnovers in this, make that 4 turnovers in this third quarter in the first 3 minutes of the second half. Scott City 25, Beloit 24. Irvin to bring it across the 10-second line into the front court as Scott City moves from right to left here in the second half. A screen out high right to Mesa. He'll penetrate, split the defenders. Bank shot, nobody draws the foul. 4th team foul on Beloit this third quarter. Until Scott City's gotten a little bit more aggressive, taking it to the rack here in the second half. And Mesa, who's all of his points in this third quarter have been at the foul line. He'll have 2 more coming up. Luke Cheney with the foul, as I mentioned, is first. 2 fouls on Scott City this period, 4 on Beloit. First of 2 free throws for Mesa is good, and it makes it 26-24 Beavers. 4:49 to go third quarter. Back in is Hayden Nicholson to replace Luke Cheney. Second free throw pending. Scott City's largest lead in this game has been in this quarter, and it's been by 2. Make it 3. Mesa with 5 in a row for the Beavers all at the line. 27-24 Scott City. Only one field goal combined in this third quarter. That's belonged to Scott City. The rest of the points have been scored at the foul line for both teams. Left side, here's Rexroth, drives in. Hangs, fadeaway, leaves it short. Mesa with the board for Scott City. He has 4 rebounds. Scott City looking out of their 27-24 lead. Left corner, Metzger will fire a 3. Yes! Yes for Metzger! His 7th 3, and it's 30-24 Beavers with 4:24 to go, third quarter. And I think Beloit wants time, and they do. Scott City on a 10-1 run in the first 3.5 minutes of the second half. Beloit wants a timeout. 4:20 to go, third quarter. It's Scott City 30, Beloit 24. Back in a minute. This is Beaver basketball. Scott County is
As your local community foundation, we are dedicated to preserving local wealth so the communities in and around Scott County will forever remain an attractive place to live, work, and raise a family. We respond to the needs of our community through grant making, scholarships, and other special projects. Visit us online at scottcf.org.
Scott City on a 10-2 run over the first 3:40 of this third quarter. They lead 30-24. 4:20 to go, third quarter. Back here inside Larned Middle School, Marvin Webster Court, 3A Sub-State Championship game number 1 of the night. Aiden Nicholson holds it, goes right side to Cale Lenners. They'll skip it over left corner to Rexroth. Now up top to Remus, and he'll drive in and draw the foul on Drew Metzger, and that's his third foul. So Scott City with some foul trouble with 4:05 to go, third quarter. That's their third of the period. Metzger with 3 and now Gossman with 3, and 2 free throws coming up here for Hudson Remus. His first trip to the line tonight, he has 4 points. He has a 69% free throw shooter on the year. Free throw number 1, too strong. Ethan Furrow, Caston Rennan, Drew Metzger, Cooper Irvin exit. Scott City lead remains at 6. Near the midway mark of this third quarter, 30-24. Remus, the 5'10 senior. 6 seniors on this Beloit team. He missed them both. A rebound tipped around and into the hands of Ethan Furrow. Midway mark of this third quarter. Scott City with a 6-point lead in the ball. Up top, Radke with it, goes over. Here is Junior Mason with it out high. Now back to Radke. Still scoreless in this ball game. Holds it. And now he'll put it on the floor. He'll take it to the rack. He'll hang, lay it up. Can't get it to go. The rebound ripped away by Furrow underneath. Then hits the deck and needs help, and a quick timeout for Coach Brian Gentry. Good hustle by Furrow. Radke can't find anything, unfortunately. And the Beavers lead at 6 with 3:39 to go, third quarter. Basketball presented here tonight by Scott City Pharmacy Giftologist, also Scott City Eye Center, Roto Mix Iron Insurance Partners, Richards Financial Services, Our Brothers Auto Body Mechanic, Protect Spraying Service, Precision Ag and Seed Pokey Feeders, Platinum H Insurance, Perfect Auto Detailing, Plain Jan's, Pioneer Communications, New Life Market, Order Supply, Miller Veterinary Clinic, Midwest Mixer, Metzger Family Farms, Low Tree Farms and Livestock, Lebanon Tree Jackson Legal Group, and JF Beaver Advertising. 30-24, Scott City with the lead. They'll get the ball out of the 30-second timeout with 3:39 to go here in the third stanza. It's 3A Sub-State Championship game. Mesa to trigger it in out of the timeout will go up top to Radke. Now it goes over to Caston Wren. Wren bounce pass to Felker at the top. Holds it. Now nice cut, easy look, and a layup is good for Caston Wren. 32-24, 3:25 to go, third quarter. Scott City now in a 12-1 run here in this third quarter, and they have their largest lead by either side at 8. Trojans with it. Remus now out high, goes to Hayden Nicholson. He'll penetrate. Scoop shot at it. He draws the contact, and he'll get 2 free throws. That'll be team foul number 4 in the period on Scott City. They're going to get Ethan Furrow with his second, and 2 free throws for Hayden Nicholson. He's 57% at the line this year. Beloit's 8 of 13 at the line tonight. First of 2 charity shots. Good. And that breaks a 7-0 run, 32-25. In is Charlie Burke to replace Hudson Remus. 3:12 here in the third quarter. 32-25. Scott City lead is at 7. Beloit has not had a field goal yet in this third quarter. All 2 of their points at the line. And they'll still stay at 2 points. Caston Wren with the board for the Beavers. Beloit has struggled at the line in this third quarter, just 2 of 6. Scott City's lead is at 7 of the ball. 3 minutes ago, we got a foul away from the ball. That's going to be on Ethan Furrow. And that'll be team foul number 5 of the period, and that'll be Furrow's third. So Scott City racking up some fouls. Furrow, Metzger, and Gossman each with 3 fouls with 3:03 to go third quarter. And Ethan Furrow exits. Cooper Irvin takes his spot. Cale Lenners exits for Beloit. Back in is Luke Cheney. Scott City to apply some pressure on the inbounds. Also Brody Linton back in there with his 3 fouls. Beloit's ball down 7 under 3 to go third quarter. With it up top, Charlie Burke. Bounce pass left. It goes to Hayden Nicholson. Nicholson looking for a cutter. Up top, it'll go to Burke. He drives right side, steps back up top, now to Nicholson. Looking to feed it in. Left corner it goes. Here is Rexroth with it. Drives the left baseline. Reverses his layup. Leaves it short. And Avery Radke with his 4th rebound for Scott City. Here come the Beavers down the floor. 2:38 to go third quarter. Radke to the rack. Wrap around out high to Irvin. Turns down the 3. Steps back and he draws a foul up top on Joel Rexroth as first. And that'll send Irvin to the line for 2 free throws with 2:33 to go third quarter. So team foul number 5 on Beloit now in this third quarter. And Irvin, his first trip to the line, 65% this year. We want to thank J&R Car and Truck Center for providing transportation here all season long. And to Larned here, you can view their new and pre-owned inventory in their lot. J&R Car and Truck Center, Scott City. Free throw bounces off too strong. Back in is going to be Brendan Cook for Scott City. He'll replace Reed Felker. And Truett King in to replace Hayden Nicholson. So Beloit with 3 players, 6'5" or taller, back on the line on the floor. 32-25, make it 33-25 as Irvin hits 1 out of 2. 2:32 to go third quarter. Scott City's matching their largest lead at 8. Late third quarter here in this 3A Sub-State Championship game. Rexroth goes right with the pass to King. Eye low and deflected by Cook and stolen away. Good defense by Cook, the senior, and another turnover for Beloit. The Beavers looking to add to their 8-point lead late third. Mesa drives in, jump stops, just stuffed by Linton and grabs the board right there. Here comes Beloit with numbers. And right side, it'll go to Burke, but then Scott City recovers after the missed layup by Mesa. Driving in, and the scoop shot is spinning off that time for Rexroth, and it's rebounded by Wren. Scott City with an 8-point lead in the ball. Under 2 to go, third period, 33-25. Irvin in the front court, goes to Mesa out high. Both teams in the penalty with fouls in this third period. With it now is Cook. Holds it a couple of times. Needs help to avoid the 5 count. Scott City needs to move, and they find Cooper Irvin. Jim has also gotten a little louder here. 95 seconds to work third period. Irvin with a dribble up top. Scott City lead is at 8. Irvin will penetrate. Spin move. Flips up one over King. Partially blocked. Caston Wren with it. Saves it into Radke. And Scott City will reset here. Now they're working right side. Wren will launch a 3. No! Win the rebound to Beloit. Good look that time. Rexroth with his first board of the night. And now here's a 3 right wing. That is too strong. Rebound into the hands of Brendan Cook. That was put up, I believe, by Burke for Beloit. He's their best 3-point shooter. Minute to go, third quarter. Scott City up by 8, 33-25. With the basketball, Irvin now it goes to Brendan Cook, fumbles it, picks it back up. That was maybe a double dribble. They say no possession that time. Now Mesa around the screen, steps back. 50 seconds to work third quarter. Mesa goes left to Cooper Irvin. Back up top to Cook. Pump fakes. Now we'll put it on the floor. Uses up his dribble, finds it back up top to Avery Radke. 40 seconds to work. Gets it stripped out of his hands, picks it back up as he hits the deck. Gets it over to Cooper Irvin. He'll launch a 3. That one is well short. Rebound, Caston Wren right to Radke. Wren underneath the basket for a second time off a miss. 25 seconds to work third quarter. Here's Mesa with it out high. Gets a screen. Good help defense, and now to Wren. Trying to high-low it into Cook. He'll catch it. He'll go up and hits the top of the backboard. Gets his own rebound. Now high to Mesa. 14 seconds to work. Mesa drives in, gets a strip. Wrap around. Here's Irvin. Up top to Radke with 8 seconds. 7. Left side to Wren with 6. With 5. Irvin with it with 4. With 3. Loses it. 2 seconds. 1 second. Lays it up. No, but a foul with 5/10 of a second, and that's the 4th on Linton. Scott City saved that possession twice on 2 misses, and they'll have a free throw coming up with 2 free throws with a half a second to go, third quarter. Irvin with 2 free throws coming up here. First of 2 is up too strong. He'll get another one. Still remains 33-25. In is going to be Cale Lenners and also Hudson Remus for this last half a second of the third quarter. Junior Mesa will get a seat. Back in is Metzger with his 3 fouls. Half a second to go, third quarter. 33-25. Free throw. Good, 34-25. Scott City's largest lead. 0.5 to go, and Beloit's going to hold it, and Scott City will get the ball to begin the fourth quarter. 34-25, Scott City up by 9. Back in a minute for the fourth. This is Beaver basketball.
Referees and game officials are a vital part of high school athletics. These men and women take time out of their lives to ensure a safe and fair environment for student athletes. As you attend sporting events this year, keep in mind the hard work and dedication of the officials. Respecting officials and authority figures is one of the most valuable lessons that we can teach our students. The Kansas State High School Activities Association and the Student Advisory Team would like to thank all those who take the time to officiate our competitions.
The world needs more farmers. People who know the land. People who support rural communities. People who are as diverse as each acre they care for. But unless you've been born and raised on a family farm, it's nearly impossible to become a farmer. That's why we are building a team of people from our hometown and across the world to do what they love. We are not just a family farm. We are a multi-family farm. We are Volgamore Family Farms.
Of Scott City.
Mix 94.5 KSKL Scott City, powered by Wheatland Electric, committed to improving the lives of their members and the community they serve. Wheatland Electric, delivering energy for life, a Touchstone Energy cooperative.
All right, folks, here we go. 8 minutes to go in regulation. Scott City with a 9-point lead and their ball to begin the fourth quarter at 34-25. The Beavers are led by Junior Mesa with 13, 9 for Truett King, 8 for Joe Rexroth. Scott City outscored Beloit 14-2 in that third quarter. Beloit only had 2 free throws. That was their points in the third quarter. Cooper Irvin with it out high. Beloit, you know they're going to come out guns a-blazing with their defense. Metzger out there with the 3 fouls. Up top it goes to Mickey Gossman, also in there with 3 fouls. Up top it goes. Here's Irvin looking to penetrate, give and go, trying to get it to Gossman, and it's stolen away in a turnover. First turnover of the fourth quarter. Scott City with 12 on the night. Beloit's committed just 8 in the ball game. Make that 7. 30 seconds into this fourth quarter. Truett King with an out high, guarded by Irvin. Beloit has not hit a field goal since the 3:11 mark of the second quarter. With it is King. Crossover dribble guarded tightly by Irvin. Pivots right side. Here's Remus. 7:14 to go in the game. Back to King. Scott City 34, Beloit 25. Here's King. Hangs, shoots, leaves it short. Rebound tipped into the hands of Radke. Radke still scoreless in this ball game, as Scott City takes it down the court, and a whistle and a foul on the floor with 7 minutes to go, fourth quarter. Radke has 5 rebounds and no points. That's on Hudson Remus, his first. So Scott City will inbound underneath their own basket, up by 9. Radke up top to Gossman. Holds it. Now hands it off to Mesa. Mesa trying to direct the offense. Up top now left it goes to Drew Metzger. Man-to-man Beloit defense. Mickey Gossman with it. Holds it. Looking for a cutter. Finds it to Junior Mesa. Mesa, had the give and go but didn't see him right away. Now he gives it to Gossman. Bank shot too strong. Right there's Metzger with the board. He'll put it up from point blank. Leaves it short. Almost had his own rebound in the hands of Truett King. Boy, Scott City missed right around the rim twice. Beloit with the ball down 9. 6:28 to go fourth quarter. Hanging, shooting, and a foul on Mickey Gossman is fourth. And that'll send Cale Lenners to the line for 2 free throws. So Gossman with 4 fouls with 6:25 to go. Scott City 34, Beloit 25 in this 3A Sub-State Championship game. Lenners looking for his first points tonight. He is 63% at the line. Beloit 9 of 13 for the ball game, make it 10 of 14, and it makes it 34-26. Brendan Cook in for Mickey Gossman. Beloit just 3 second half points, all from the free throw line. And it's 34-27 as he sinks them both. And in will be Joel Rexroth. 6:25 left. The Beavers of Scott City trail 23-20 at the break. They went on a 14-2 third quarter run, and they lead it by 7. They've led by 9 in this game. 6:20 to go. Beloit goes to the 1-2-2 three-quarters court press at the point. There is Truett King. Now Scott City needs to get across to avoid the 10 count. They have Cook underneath. He will lay it up and score it around Cheney. 36-27, 6:08 to go. Scott City with their first points of the fourth quarter. They're back up by 9. Cheney with it out high. They go right side now to Hudson Remus. Remus back out high. It goes to Joel Rexroth. Rexroth looking for a cutter left wing now to Cheney. Cheney, 5:54, skips it over right side to Burke. Now right corner it goes to Rexroth. He'll penetrate, hang, shoot, and too strong on the rebound. Scott City's Brendan Cook. Scott City with a lead in the ball. 5:40 to go in this one. Beloit still without a field goal here in the first 10 minutes of this second half. They haven't had one the last 13 plus. Irvin with it up top, 5.5 to go. Beavers up by 9. Right side it goes to Drew Metzger. And now Mesa. One dribble, now entry feed into Cook. Backs his way on Cheney. Needs help, finds it out high to Mesa with 5:20 to go. And he'll drive in, takes a strong pump fake. Now wrap around out high. Metzger head fake. He'll take it strong to the rack. High up the glass, no, tipped around, and it's Beloit's basketball with Luke Cheney. Beloit with it down 9, approaching 5 to go in this one. Remus with it. He'll drive around Radke, almost travel. Now throws it out high to Truett King. 36-27, Scott City with the lead. Beloit with the ball. 4:55 to work. Rexroth with it. Now up top to Truett King. He'll drive in on Radke. Will foul on the floor before the shot. Or no, they're going to say it's a shooting foul in continuation. Radke's second. Team foul number 1 on the Beavers in this fourth quarter. With 4:47 to go. King with 9 points to lead Beloit. He is 5 of 7 at the line. Beloit's hit both of their free throws in this fourth quarter. They have yet to have a field goal in this second half. It's 36-27. And it stays that way. Cale Leonards to check in after this free throw attempt by King if he makes it. Second charity toss is crawling off, and the rebound to Brendan Cook. And now to Cooper Irvin. Scott City up by 9 with the ball. 4:42 to go. Trying to get that double-digit lead. Irvin trying to get it in the front court. A high dribble, not quite now a blow by. Here's Junior Mesa left side. Back up top to Irvin. Radke wants it, still scoreless. 4.5 to go left side to Mesa. 36-27, Scott City leading the ball. Mesa looking to drive left baseline. Pivots, now hangs, shoots, and scores it. He has 15. It's 38-27, 4:19 to go. Timeout Beloit. They want a 30. Scott City up by 11 with 4:18 to go. 38-27. Basketball tonight presented here by J. Andrew Trucking, JF Beaver Advertising. Also like to thank HRC Feed Yards, Hey Mamie Farms, High Choice Feeders, Great Western Tire, Deckmart Furniture and Appliance, Good Anesthesia and Pain Management Services, Fro Electric, Fro Ag Service, Fro Heating and Cooling, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Neil Baker, First National Bank, Fairleigh Companies, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Hugh and Berta Benz, Elevate U, LLC, Decal Bear, Clint's Diesel Repair, Circle C Farms, Shells Flyers and more, Burning Farms Beef Belt, Beavertown FFL, Beaver Creek Feeders, Bartlett Grain, B&H Paving and American Implement. Yes, it's an 11-point lead for Scott City with 4:18 to go. And if you've watched any or heard any basketball this week, 11-point lead is not safe even with 4:18 to go. Wednesday night, Garden City was down 11 or 13 with a minute 30 to go, forced double overtime and won. K-State women were down 14 against Texas Tech yesterday about 5 minutes ago and came back and won by 7. So this 11-point lead not safe. There's a long ways to go in this one. 4:15 to go. 38-27 Scott City with it out high is Luke Cheney. Both teams down to 3 timeouts left. Brody Litton to check in with the next dead ball. He has 4 fouls up top. Here's a 3, and that is airballed out of bounds for Charlie Burke. And it'll belong to Scott City with 4 minutes exactly to go. Linton and Rexroth in for Beloit. Out will be Charlie Burke and Luke Cheney. Exactly 4 minutes to go. Fourth quarter, Scott City 38, Beloit 27. The Beavers with a 4-2 run in this fourth quarter with the lead. They need to push it, get it across here. They have about 3 seconds to spare. They do get it to Junior Mesa. He'll drive left side, gets bumped now to Radke. Radke will drive in. He'll take it to the rack. Hangs. Big shot. He's on the board. It's 40-27 with 3:44 to go. Good offensive set for the Beavers. Brian Gentry on the bench plotting this team effort on defense now. Scott City up by 13, and Beloit's going to throw it away in a miscommunication and turnover number 9. 3:34 left. Scott City 40, Beloit 27. 3A Sub-State Championship game. Mesa splits the double team. Now to Cooper Irvin. Scott City can be patient with the basketball. Make Beloit foul him. They only have 2 fouls this period. Irvin gets cut off now to Radke. 3:20 to go. Radke with it up top. Ball to Irvin, left side, back up top to Metzger. Hold it. He does. 3:15 to go up top and go to Radke. Works around a double team. He may drive in. Now flips it to Metzger, kind of behind him. Back out foul line, Radke. His shot is no good. Right there's Cook. Jumped and lost it. Going down in the rebound to Beloit. Here's Truett King with it with 3 minutes to go. He has it out high. Turning down the three is Lenners. He'll drive in. Lays it up. Can't get it, but he's got 2 free throws with 2:56 left. Team foul number 2 on Scott City in this fourth quarter. That's on Brendan Cook, just his first. 2 free throws for Cale Lenners. He's hit 2 free throws earlier in this quarter. Beloit has not had a field goal in over 16 minutes. Their last 7 points of the ball game make that last 5 points have been now 6 have been all from the free throw line, and it's 40-28 with 2:56 to go. Back in is Charlie Burke for Brody Linton for some 3-point threat there. Burke has hit 34 threes to lead Beloit this year. Second free throw, crawls in and out, rebound ripped away by Irvin for Scott City. And a whistle and a timeout for Coach Brian Gentry to talk things over. 2:53 left. Scott City 40, Beloit 28. Back in a minute. This is Beaver basketball.
At First National Bank. The key to a great game is sportsmanship. It is essential to show respect to your opponents, teammates, coaches, and yourself. Playing hard, being fair, and having fun are what sportsmanship is all about. Whether you win or lose, congratulate your team and opponents for their hard work and dedication. Good sportsmanship is about demonstrating integrity, fairness, and respect. Let's show the world what true sportsmanship is all about this season.
BBN is brought to you by Ag Management Services, All-in-One Wash, B&H Paving, First National Bank, HRC Feed Yards, JNR, Next Tech Wireless, Pioneer Communications, Red Barn Enterprises,
JRCarandTruck.com. 2:53 left. It's Scott City 40, Beloit 28 in the Sub-State Championship game. Beloit with a little pressure in the backcourt out of the timeout. Scott City trying to get it across here. They get about 3 seconds here. Irvin to get it across with a second to spare. Gets it to Junior Mesa. He gets a strip, but they call a foul up top. That is going to be foul number 2 on Beloit in the fourth quarter. And really, with them being down like they are, that's not a bad foul for Beloit. Get that a little closer to the 5 foul count. That foul on Charlie Burke is second with 2:41 to go. Out will be Cale Lenners. And they'll inbound in the backcourt to Junior Mesa. Scott City 40, Beloit 28. Ball poked away, but Mesa had it, and then we get it saved. Here's Radke taking to the rack. Pump fakes, hangs, big shot. Yes, he's got it. 42-28, 2:31 to go. Radke with 4 points all in this fourth quarter. And Beloit now with a sense of urgency. Right side, here's a 3 for Burke. Short, rebound. Brendan Cook for Scott City. Outlets it to Junior Mesa, who's just outside of 2 minutes to go. And Metzger, pump fakes, shot, yes, and one! Metzger with 6, it's 44-28 with 2:15 to go. The foul is on Luke Cheney, his second. Team foul number 3 in the fourth quarter on Beloit. 16-point Beaver game with 2:15 to go. Beloit has not had a field goal in 17 minutes. In is Brody Linton. He will replace Joel Rexroth. Metzger with 6. Hit a big 3 in the third quarter. He's 1 of 2 at the line tonight. Got Scott City on the board in the first quarter. The free throw hits the lip of the rim and drops in 45-28. 2:15 left. Not time to party yet, Scott City. Got a little work to do. Burke with it into Linton. Catches a bank shot, and that's their first field goal with 2:05 to go fourth quarter. 45-30. Beloit with a 30-second timeout. That was their first field goal in over 17 minutes. 45-30, 2:05 to go. We'll keep it right here. It's a 30-second timeout. If the Beavers hang on and win, they will be at State on Tuesday. Opponent to be determined. And likely no worse than a 7 seed. Both teams down to 2 timeouts. Both of them full tie-up would give Beloit back to basketball. 3 fouls on both teams here in the second half. Scott City trying to make their first state tournament since 2016. They're also looking for their 20th appearance in school history. Mesa to inbound, and he can run the baseline. We'll get it into Cooper Irvin as Beloit looks to trap in the back. Stolen, and the reverse layup. No good. Rebound, fought for, put up by King. In and out and back home. So they get the turnover, his 11th, 45-32, 1:55 to go. Mesa gets it into Metzger, and he gets fouled that time by Rexroad with 1:52 to go. Team foul number 4, 45-32. Rexroad with his second, but Scott City with a turnover there, and Beloit's turn it up on the defensive end, 1:52 to go. So it's 4 in a row for Beloit to cut it to within 13. They've hit 2 of their last 3 baskets after not hitting a field goal this entire second half. With it and a foul, that'll send Radke to the line with 1:50 to go. And that's on Joe Rexroad, his third. With 1:50 to go, they ran off 2 more seconds. And Radke to the line with 2 charity shots. He has been scoreless through the first 3 quarters. Has had a couple of big baskets here in the fourth quarter. 1:50 to go, 45-32. First of 2 is good. 1:50 left in this one. 46-32 Scott City. Even if he hits this one, it's still a 5-possession game. Second free throw, yes. 6 points all in this quarter, back to a 15-point lead for the Beavers. 1:48 to go, 45-32. With it here is Truett King looking to drive in. Pin move, hangs, shoots, leaves it short. Rebound, ripped away by Radke for Scott City. 6 points and 6 boards, and he's fouled with 1:38 to go. He's back to the line. Truett King is second. That's the 6th of the quarter on Beloit. And 2 more free throws for Radke. He just hit a couple of 10 seconds to go. First one for Radke, good. 48-32. Back in is going to be Cale Lenners. He will replace Joe Rexroad. Brody Linton back in for Beloit. He'll be in for Luke Cheney with 1:38 to go. This is a 23-20 Scott City deficit at halftime. It's been a 28-9 second half with 1:38 to go in the game. And Radke makes it 49-32. So 4-0 run by the Beavers, all by Radke at the line. Just like that, he has 8. 95 seconds to go in this sub-state championship game. 49-32 Scott City. Brody Linton up top. Now with it, the Trojans, Remus, and here's a 3. Launch too strong. Rebound, Brendan Cook for Scott City. His 4th board now to Drew Metzger. It's put up by Burke. 80 seconds to go. With it here is Irvin needs help. Finds Metzger now to Radke. Scott City just needs to pull it out here. They have a 17-point lead into Cook. Pump fakes, big shot. There's the dagger. There's the dagger. 51-32, 106 to go. Cook with 4 big points in this fourth quarter. Scott City Nation can start to feel it. A 3 is launched and knocked down by King. It's 51-35 with 57.8 seconds to go. Beloit uses one of their final 2 timeouts. Let's take a 30-second break. This is Beaver basketball.
Are you struggling with low energy or just not feeling like yourself? Do you need to make time for self-care and rejuvenation?
On the farm, every decision matters. You wouldn't trust a doctor to give your family a one-size-fits-all prescription, and seed shouldn't be one-size-fits-all either. At Circle C Farms, we've partnered with Beck's, America's largest family-owned seed company serving farmers for 5 generations. With Beck's, you get more than seed. You get commitment rewards, early order and quantity discounts with flexible, low-rate financing options. Circle C Farms and Beck's, family to family, growing the future together.
That three knocked down moments ago by Truett King and Beloit was Beloit's first three-pointer of the night. The Trojans did not have a field goal for over 17 minutes in this ball game. Their last field goal went from 3:11 to go second quarter. Their first field goal of the second half came with 2:06 to go in the fourth quarter. Beloit's down to one timeout left, 57.8 to go. 51-35 Scott City with the lead and the ball out of the timeout. King leads Beloit with 14 points. He is a very talented freshman. Irvin can run the baseline, gets it into Radke. He gets fouled immediately. 1 second comes off the clock. The foul is on Charlie Burke, his third. And Avery Radke with 8 points all in this fourth quarter with 2 more free throws pending. And a 6-possession game with 57.2 left. (51-35) your score. Free throw on the way and sneaks in. 52-35. 57.2 left in this one. The turnovers were cut down by the Beavers in the second half. That was monumental. The second free throw, too strong, tipped, but it's Metzger with an offensive board. The Beavers have owned the glass all night, and they can run some more time off. 50 seconds to go. Metzger with it, or Mesa with it. Needs help, finds Brennan Cook. He gets fouled. That'll be on Luke Cheney, his third, with 45.8 to go. And another foul for the Trojans. They only had 2 in that first half. That was all by Linton. And now the third on Cheney. Cook, who was 0 for 1 at the line, but he has come up monstrous in this game with 6 points tonight. And he can't get the bank in. Linton back in. He'll replace Joel Rexroth with 45.8 to go. Beloit went on a 17-minute field goal drought. They only scored about 6 points in that 17-minute stretch, all from the line. They missed quite a few free throws as well. Cook second, too strong. And Metzger with another board for Scott City. Oh, and now tempers are flying late with 43.8 after Metzger picked up his third rebound of the night. Good hustle by Metzger. He's got 2 free throws coming up. The Fishes are going to talk this over with 43.8 to go. Let's see here. Steve Carithers coming to the scores table. They're going to get Truett King with a foul, his third. Out of all that, no extra technicals or anything like that. It was a basketball play. Metzger with 2 free throws. He is 1 of 2 at the line tonight. Scott City in this fourth quarter, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 6 of 9, I believe. The free throw crawls off, and it still remains 52-35 with 43.8 to go. And back in will be Reed Felker for Brendan Cook. Boy, did he step up big as a senior in this second half for Scott City. Metzger's second. No, but the rebound to Truett King for Beloit. He's nearing a double-double. 40 seconds to go in this one. Left side, it goes to Luke Cheney. They skip it over right side to Remus. He'll fire a 3. He'll be good on a 3, and it makes it 52-38 with 30 seconds to go. Mesa with it out high, needs help, and a foul on King. That's his fourth with 27 seconds to go. So Mesa with 15 points, 2 more free throws coming for him. So King with 4 and Linton with 4. Beloit's 4 field goals in this fourth quarter, all their field goals. They hit 2 threes in this game, all in the fourth quarter. Remus just hit his 10th as a senior in what looks like to be his final game as a Beloit Trojan. Scott City seconds away from the first state tournament appearance in 10 years, 53-35, 27 seconds to go. Beloit was looking for their 21st state tournament appearance in school history. Mesa with 16 to lead all scorers and make it 17, 54-38. 25 seconds left in this sub-state championship game. With it up top is Hudson Remus. Now goes to Truett King. King with it now to Luke Cheney. He'll fire a deep 3. He'll be in and out. Rebound Radke. That'll be about it here. 13 seconds to go. Scott City is headed to state for 10 years in the making. Beaver Nation roars below me, and that's all she wrote. Scott City 54, Beloit 38. The Beavers are state bound for the first time since 2016. and they'll be in action on Tuesday night. What a second half performance by Scott City. A 34-15 run in the second half held Beloit without a field goal for 17 minutes in the ball game, from mid-second to late in the fourth quarter. 54-38 your final. Post-game coverage on the way in 3 minutes. This is Beaver Basketball. Brody Steckline now high. Avery Radke will launch a three. Yes, he's got one. His 25th of the year for the last minute. Backdoor cut and an easy layup for Metzger. Assist that time. Cooper Irvin met high to Irvin, left wing. 15 to shoot. Screen goes to his right. He'll take it to the rack. Pump fakes. Hank shoot. Fakes it inward at 39-37. Now get a screen from Mesa. Catches it. Wanted to shoot the three, but quickly guarded. Hit by the deep three for the lead. Yes! Over Curry. 40 seconds to work before half. And now here's Aiden Trango into Gosman. Catches it. Backs his way in. Goes to his right. Banks it home.